Ava Blake had never been late to a meeting in her life. Not when she was broke. Not when she was juggling 2 part-time jobs. Not when heartbreak made it hard to breathe. But today, running into the glass lobby of the towering Solaris Holdings building, she was late and shaking. This wasn't just any meeting. This was supposed to save her small community center, the last thing her late mother had loved. The CEO she was scheduled to meet was known to be ruthless, brilliant, and impossible to reach. Yet somehow, after weeks of requests, she'd gotten a reply. Meet me. 10 a.m. Solaris Tower. Boardroom 51. Ava clutched her folder to her chest as the elevator ascended. Her reflection stared back at her, warm brown skin, tired eyes, elegant braids pulled into a bun. She straightened her blazer and inhaled deeply. Professional. Confident. You can do this, she whispered. The doors opened with a soft ding. She walked into the boardroom. And froze. Standing at the head of the long marble table, hands in his pockets, posture commanding, eyes sharper than she remembered. Was her husband. Or the man who used to be. Noah Sterling. The billionaire she hadn't seen in 3 years. The man she left behind. Ava's breath caught, her pulse stumbling painfully. He looked the same, no, worse. He looked better. Broader shoulders, sharper jawline, the same cool hazel eyes that once softened only for her. Hello, Ava, he said softly. Her folder slipped from her hands, papers scattering across the polished floor like white butterflies. She felt the ground tilt. You're the CEO, she whispered. I was, he corrected. Now I'm the owner. She blinked at him. Solaris Holdings is yours? Has been for 5 years. 5 years. Meaning the entire time she'd been struggling to keep the community center alive, she'd unknowingly been writing request letters to her own husband. Her throat tightened. Why didn't you tell me, she breathed. You left before I could, Noah said simply. 3 years of silence. The room felt too small, too bright, too filled with memories she'd buried. 3 years ago, they were 19 months into their marriage when tragedy struck, a miscarriage she hadn't known how to process, a silence that grew between them like a chasm, and Noah's increasing disappearances into work. She'd begged him to come back to her. He'd drowned himself in money and business instead. And one morning, shattered and alone, she packed a bag and left his Manhattan penthouse. He never followed. And she never returned. Until now. Ava knelt quickly to gather her papers, trying to hide the tremble in her fingers. Noah knelt too, reaching for the same page she grabbed. Their fingers touched. She jerked her hand away as memories stabbed through her heart. We should start the meeting, she said stiffly, standing. Noah rose slowly, eyes unreadable. We already started. The proposal. Ava cleared her throat and opened her small presentation file. I'm here on behalf of the Southbridge Community Center. We've lost most of our funding, and without a sponsor. No, he said. Her heart dropped. You didn't even hear the details, she snapped. I don't need to. His voice softened. Ava, I'm not sponsoring your center. Her lips trembled with fury. So you brought me here to humiliate me? No, he said quietly. I brought you here to tell you that I'm buying the center. She blinked. What? I'm purchasing the property, paying all debts, renovating the building, and guaranteeing long-term funding. Ava stared at him, stunned. Why? He stepped closer, too close. Because every dream you've ever had, I've wanted to protect, he said. Even when you no longer wanted me. Ava swallowed hard, emotions crashing into her faster than she could control. You can't do this, she whispered. I already did. Noah. She pushed his chest, tears burning her eyes. You can't fix the past with money. I'm not trying to fix the past, he murmured. I'm trying to rebuild the future. The real reason he brought her here. Ava turned away from him, trying to breathe. He took a slow step toward her. You left, he said softly behind her. I know why. I know I hurt you. I know I wasn't there when you needed me most. You weren't, she whispered painfully. I lost our baby and thought I lost you too. Noah's voice broke. You didn't lose me, Ava. You scared me. She spun around. Scared you? Yes, he said, voice trembling. I was terrified. Of losing you. Of failing you. Of watching you break and not knowing how to put you back together. So I ran into work, because work didn't cry. Work didn't break. Work didn't need me. Ava's tears spilled before she could stop them. He reached toward her, then stopped himself. Hands shaking. She'd never seen his hands shake. I looked for you, Noah whispered. 4 months. Everywhere. I hired people. I traced every address you ever lived at. But you didn't want to be found. Ava froze. How do you know that? He gave a sad smile. Because the divorce papers never came. Her breath hitched. I kept waiting for them, he said. But they never came. Ava swallowed. I couldn't sign them. Why? Because part of me, she whispered, still loved you. Noah inhaled sharply, like the words punched the air from his lungs. The confession years in the making. He stepped closer, voice trembling like she'd never heard. Ava, the only reason I turned my entire company upside down to meet you today is because I wanted to hear one thing. She looked at him through tears. What? That you still feel something. Anything. Silence. Then slowly, she whispered. I never stopped. Noah closed his eyes, the pain of 3 years washing off his face in one breath. He moved toward her then, hesitantly, reverently, like she was something holy he wasn't sure he deserved to touch. Let me hold you, he whispered. Ava's resistance crumbled. She stepped into his arms, and he wrapped her tight against his chest, breathing her in like he'd been starving without her. She sobbed into him. I missed you, she whispered. He trembled. You're all I've missed. A second chance. After what felt like an eternity, they pulled apart. Noah cupped her face gently. I don't want the past back, he said softly. I want something new. A marriage that heals instead of hurts. A life where we don't run. Ava looked at him, heart aching in a brand new way. I'm scared, she confessed. So am I, he admitted. But I'd rather be scared with you than safe without you. Tears fell again, gentler this time. I didn't come here for love, she said. He smiled faintly. And yet you found it again. Ava exhaled shakily. What do we do now? He reached for her hand. We go home. The end, or the beginning. As Ava walked out of the Solaris building with Noah beside her, she realized something. She didn't meet a CEO today. She met her husband. The billionaire who'd broken her heart. And was ready to piece it back together. Slowly. Gently. Completely. Their second chance had finally begun.